what's up, everybody? Rich Cranston. Welcome to another episode of The Real DJ Show. Sitting to my right, and we're going to go down south with a little special guest for this one. We have a big hitter. Yeah. Johnny Roach, welcome back. Welcome back. They brought you back for another show.
Thanks, man.
Great.
Appreciate you bringing me back as the co-host.
Nice.
I was about to say we're live, but we are decidedly not live. But keeping us on the air is our boy Mickey, the producer in the box. What's up, Mickey?
Mickey!
What's up? All right, so as always, we're starting the Real DJ Show with the one thing. Mickey, give me the one thing intro.
Let's go.
I wake up, flex, I'm down that check. No drip, this wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest.
So we have, dude, we're fanboying out. Carrie's been seeing us fanboy out a little bit today.
That's all right.
Yeah, all right.
April's going to be really strong. The rest of the episodes are going to suck after all the content dries out.
Yeah, we're starting strong, and then we're going to have to make it up good. But we're fanboying out today because our guest is DJ Joe Bunn. Joe, what's up, man?
What is up, guys? How are you?
We're good.
You look like you're in a safe deposit box. I love that.
It's dope.
I am.
It's really sick.
I'm emerging right out of a safe deposit box.
It's like the heist.
Is it the vault? No pun intended, right?
No pun
It
intended.
is the vault. It's
It is
supposed
the
to be a
vault.
vault.
We'll put a pin in that. We'll
literally
talk
in the
about
vault.
We're
Yeah.
excited to
Yeah.
have Joe with us. Not only is he here for the one thing, which we'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
We're going to bug Joe and keep him for this whole episode. He's going to tell us why Rich and I are wrong for most of the episode, which is cool with me. We're stoked
Won't be
about
the
that.
first time, and no problem. Won't be the last.
Yet somehow incredibly successable. I was just on your website. I'm like, damn, this is really good.
Oh,
We
shit.
appreciate
Thanks,
it, man.
Should I change
Thank you.
my site?
Oh,
Well,
you-
we're going to talk
you
about
got a
how
lot
you
to do
helped
with
us, whether you knew it or not, way
Yep.
back when. So we'll
Good.
talk about that. But hey, before we get to the one thing and all the rest of the things we'll keep you for, Joe, give us the Reader's Digest version of the origin story, the superhero origin story of Joe Bunn.
Sure. So, born and raised in North Carolina, about an hour east of here, I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina now, the capital, and I was born in a small town, Eastern North Carolina, Wilson. Always loved music, was never really a musician, played the drums horribly in a cover band in high school, but my parents were music fans. Neither have any musical ability. They can't sing, they can't play anything, but they love music. So they always had music on in the house, still to this day, 76 years old. Every time I walk in their house, they got music on. And
That's
so
awesome.
it was always on in the car, it was always on in the house. And they always had all the records, And so I just picked up this love of music from them. Had an opportunity to do this teen club dance in Wilson, and took their Marantz home stereo out, blew the speakers literally right out of the soft cover that that was on the front of those old school home stereo speakers.
Wow.
Didn't have enough music to even cover the length of the gig. Played Stairway to Heaven 4 times because it was really long and it was a ballad, and the girls could get really close to the guys on that song. A kid tripped over the power cord.
Oh my!
But
gosh.
eventually I kept doing those teen club events and the stuff for my parents. And eventually the one other DJ in town heard about me, and he said, I'm getting out of the business and I'm going to become a golf pro. Would you like to buy my gear and my contracts? And he had like a few contracts pending. And I was like, absolutely, man. And so I bought this raggedy trailer. I don't even think I could drive yet. My parents would pull it around to these different gigs and then come back and pick me up. And so shout out to my mom and dad for supporting me.
Thanks, guys.
And then, took it to college and started doing fraternity parties. I would start at 2 a.m. and play to 6 a.m. when the bars closed. Every fraternity there wanted me, and I was, making great money. And luckily my parents were paying for my education. So I was just thought I was rich, and I wish I'd saved some of that money, to be honest with you. And then I got out of school and thought it was over. I was like, oh, that was a fun run. What a ride. And went into some other entrepreneurial endeavors that just didn't pan out. But still was kind of playing in these bars and nightclubs down at the beach, about 2 hours east of here. And eventually moved here to Raleigh about 20 some years ago and realized like, man, nothing's working. You know what I mean? Like you're just kind of throwing all this stuff out in the wind, like stick to what you know. And that's how Bunn DJ Company started. I kind of hit up a couple of guys I knew that were playing. I was like, look, can you give me 2 years to try and build this thing? Like, can you take the shows that I can't do? And 2 guys became 6 and then 10. And then 16 and then 5 other offices in 5 different, states across the country. And it kind of grew from there.
Love hearing that story.
I feel like I could tell that story because I've watched DJ Joe Bunn 1,000 times in my life. I feel like I wanted to jump in. I've seen the picture of that trailer.
Of course.
And
that trailer. Yes. Hand painted, homemade.
Yeah.
I feel like that story, though, it needs your 2 boys at the beginning of the video saying, "Get it, Daddy."
Yes, it does, man. And they're like grown now. Like that's how old that video is. Like they're 16 and 13 now.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time is flying.
Yeah, I feel old, man.
Right?
Yeah, man.
Time is flying, man.
All right,
Crazy,
Joe, thank you for the origin story, but we're going to have you give us the one thing. So there's got to be a million things, but what's the one thing? I got to say it. It's the name of the segment.
The one thing is marketing. The one thing is marketing. I mean, you just spoke about it. You just proved my point on the one thing, during the one thing, about the one thing.
Yeah, man.
You know me from either seeing me speak or really from these videos that I put out, and I made the connections with a young couple that were doing videography. And I said, look, don't you want to shoot something besides a wedding? Like, let's make something cool. Like, before I get too old, I want to tell my story in this video format. And in today's standards, it's probably too long. I think it's about 6 minutes long, the one that you're referring to, and it's probably 6 or 7 years old now. And I still show it every time I speak at a university. I show that video. But the power of the videos and marketing is so imperative, or it was so pivotal in the success of the company. And I'll take branding and lump it in with marketing, because I remember even when we changed our logo to the play button that it is now, which isn't super unique, but I remember our business exploded. I'll even parlay having an office space into marketing, because when we opened our first office space, which in Raleigh, everybody was still working out of their homes, whether they were a cake maker or a wedding planner. And we opened an office, people were like, whoa. And when I saw those 2 huge jumps in business, I can directly attribute it to rebrand and that office space, which again, to me, still can be parlayed in or lumped in with marketing. Everything I think that I've done successfully was based on successful marketing.
Well, you've nailed it, because a lot of your work is,
it's the Bible. I mean, for DJs that give a damn, we grabbed our videographer buddy and said, hey, we got to do this.
Can you make this?
Yeah.
Right.
And ours ended up being like 16 minutes long, because we were driving around our town trying to like drive by our, our
old haunts and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Like where y'all came up. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And as DJs, we all have that story, but and story marketing is so powerful now. I mean, think about the ads that you really love on TV and things like that. They're all about somebody's story or their bio. And so if you can, find the person to shoot that, and you can go back and find that that lost footage on your VHS camera from that frat party in '93, or an old picture, that can go in with this story. Like, it is so powerful. And man, I still, again, like I said, I love that video to this day. I still play it every time I speak, where people really don't know who I am.
Well, one of the things I'd love to say about Joe Bunn is, your humility is palpable. Like, you have all these outlets, you're all across the country, and it's not showboating. It's not like, hey, look how big I am. It's just... This is me.
Podcast. We appreciate it.
This is the second time that he's shown up for something that we've done. We appreciate that.
Yep.
And it's
I got the email, and I'm like, man, anytime I can be out there and just speak or help people, regardless of what the platform is, Clubhouse, Twitch, podcasts, that other DJs are doing or other wedding vendors are doing, I'm like, I'm in.
I love it, because we really believe in the industry and helping our brother sister DJs out, and we know you do too. So
that's a great segue.
Yeah,
fantastic segue. Almost like we planned it, because normally this is where we'd let our visiting DJ go. But hey, thanks for watching this episode of The One Thing, our weekly segment where we highlight the hardworking mobile professional DJ. Make sure you give this DJ some love in the comments below. If you want to be involved and be highlighted, email us at TheRealDJShow@rochesterdj.com. Of course, we want you along every time, so make sure that you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the little bell so you get notifications of all of our new content. We'll see you next time.